I think I broke it, and then I think I fixed it, sort of. Yeah, I accidentally ended the original stream. I didn't think it was recording, and then I had to create a new one, so sorry for that. I'll try to make this bigger. Good enough, right? Yeah, I still don't know how to do this. Okay. All right, where should we get started? We'll start with these guys. It's two of them. So I just hit 15,000 followers on Instagram today. So thank you to those who also follow me on there. So I got with FMS to give two of these little K10 guys, and I'm going to do what I do, cut them in half, and I'm going to make a crew cab, and I'm going to give it away. So you can start, I guess, taking them apart. They're ready to run. And all that stuff. There's even a battery in it. I haven't even tested them out because I prefer to just cut things in half before even using it. So I don't know the exact details on how I'm going to give them away, but I'm going to do a build video of the actual process for the YouTube and give away on Instagram, since it's that milestone I'm celebrating. Love my OnlyFans. Well, thank you. Price is going up to $3 a month. Okay. Well, I guess we'll take it apart. So I kind of, I'm a little obsessed with these FMS cars lately. I got a ton of them. I barely even play with the larger scale stuff. These are just so fun and cute. And you can just pop them in your backpack and go play. Plus they're so detailed and realistic. It's any wonder some of the other manufacturers can't make realistic bodies even in larger scale, even when they're licensed. So weird. What you're working on? I'm working on a truck to give away to one of you lucky people whenever I finish it. So I'm just going to try to get the body off, figure out where I want to cut. Cut the body, and probably stretch the frame. I don't even know what it's made out of. Metal? It's metal. I'm going to make a crew cab 16-foot bed, 8x8. I'm going to use every part of the animal. Let's get organized. Another cool thing about these, they have like all the same size screw, so when you take it apart, you don't have to like worry about the right screw going back. It's all the same thing. With someone who's forgetful like me, it's very helpful. Yeah, too bad these aren't Lexan. So much easier and realistic. RTR, ready to rip apart, ready to rebuild. Done. Oh yeah, and Ampro Engineering is also going to pitch in and donate some of their K10 parts. They reminded me because I need to save my extra bumper and grill for him for something he's doing. Will it have 8 tracks, a stereo, or actual tracks? Yes, both. These have some humorous license plates though. Route 661, Maine, 69. These come with lights already installed. Yeah, I should probably turn one on and show you before I like wreck it, huh? I don't have batteries for the transmitter. But yeah, they got lights and turn signals, although turn signals are kind of silly when you're crawling around. Opening hood, opening tailgate. These ones are licensed, so they got Chevrolet and pretty rad. And although they're like 18th scale or whatever, the 1-inch wheels with 7mm hex from like 1/24 scale fit wheels and tires. So there's a lot of options, and they look a lot better on these larger trucks than 1/24 scale static models put on SCX 24s. I'm building my first Tamiya dual rider. What color should I paint it? I don't even know what that is. Plaid. almost divorced here. So I still don't know why I can't get the video to be like full screen, but I think the quality's better than last time. I'm learning. I'm a computer hacker. Dodge Ram Dakota F-150. Is this a good bot? Yeah. What year? What year is your Dodge Ram F-150 Dakota 4-cylinder? Best Lexan body. Doug, you asked me that on Instagram. No such thing. The best one is the one that's not anywhere near me. I really don't know. I don't really like to think about them. I don't know, the Element, what's it called? Night Runner, the Tacoma. That's pretty cute. I'd like to get one. People say that. They think the trucks are cute. '1932 Dodge F-150 Dakota. That was a bad year for him. There wasn't enough lead in the paint. What is happening? Look at that. All in one. I'll have to go back and watch the video to see where all this plugs into, because it's all the same kind of plug. And this naked doodad here. I wonder if it's doesn't even say. Well, that would be fun. Well, when I give it away, you'll have to plug in your own wires. I'm just doing the body work. No refunds. Okay, we got one. So it's got a little tiny little guy. If I'm honest, they could use a little more power. But then they probably break. That's a cool little bit. Should be easy to stretch. I just cut it here. Put a little piece of angle or something. Checking to see if it's aluminum or steel. Must be aluminum. Steel frame? No, it's aluminum. I just discovered. Cool. Well, that goes. Look at that, even got inner fenders. They can put inner fenders on an 18th scale, but people are still coming out with hard body kits that cost $500 that don't have inner fenders. These are like $160. Something looks small about this truck. No, my hands are just large about it. Adam built his first roll-off dumpster from styrene. How should I rust it? Good question. I like to do acrylic paints with like a sponge, or actually I use like old tire foams, and I just tear a little chunk and I put them in my tweezers and I just kind of dab the rust colored paint, and then do like an enamel wash. So check out companies like Ammo or AK. What's it called? AK Interactive. They got a lot of weathering stuff. One down. So I guess I didn't need to take the wheels off that one. No, I'm not going to bob or pinch it or make it compy at all. I'm just going to make it just a nice long crew cab, long bed, kind of old, maybe like lightly weathered, two-tone. It won't be red, maybe blue and white, or two-tone blue, but I'm definitely thinking blue. And a camper top on it. And some other stuff from Ampro. You sell some of your builds. Do you ever buy a build from someone else? No. I don't think I ever have. The only build I have right now that someone else has even worked on is the Trailblazer body. I built the body, but Matt from the Builders Guild painted it and built it, but that's it. I don't have any other people's work completed. Not to say I wouldn't, but I know how much good stuff costs and I can't afford it. Plus I'm a control freak, so I like to do it myself. Oh yeah. Painted my fingernail black for you guys tonight. This isn't a truck. It's a car. my next question is, do you come with the car? Thanks for joining us, Guy. Are you not playing racing cars tonight? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I sure hope they have the schematic in the manual, because I really don't know what's what. Oh, I'm stimulating you. Well, I'd like to... What was I going to say? I need a drink. Push the button for the stimulator. He's that guy. I think when I first met him, all those years back, he was wearing a shirt that said, "I'm that guy." Can you recall? Triple cabulator. Actually, I just saw, I was watching the newest episode of, Roadkill, and I already forgot what they were doing. They're driving that Corvette or whatever, C2 Corvette, and they went to Hot Rod Ranch, and there was like a limo square body. That was pretty awesome. I might try to make it out of it, like make this into that. So if anybody hasn't seen that, watch that, just for the truck. The show wasn't so great. Hello, Wes. You watched me try to disassemble 2 trucks and pull a lot of wires out that I don't know where they go. Okay, that's it. So I get to have this as a spare. I can put whatever I want on this. Maybe I'll build a truck with the scraps. Just a bed and a front clip. Oh. I was supposed to be recording this on my GoPro for the build video. I'll do it now. This is the FMS K10, yes. 1/18th scaler. Scaler. Now what's the point in sending a truck if it can't be broken first? I think my GoPro's broke. I hate technology. FMS roll-off truck. I could maybe build a half dumpster, half truck out of this. A forward cab without the cab would just be a forward. Bumper sticker idea. Don't bother me. I'm building scalers. Mom. I'm gonna break it. That's the GoPro. It was like, wouldn't turn on. 100% battery. Time warp. How old are you? Younger than you. You know what? I don't think I have to take these screws out. I think it just holds the cab or the bed floor to the. I think that was the same way the Hilux was. Did you ship, Matthew? Did you ship my truck yet? We'll keep it a secret if you haven't said anything. I'm gonna throw this thing. Yeah, I do need a saw. You know, everybody's like, every tool is a hammer, every tool is a saw to me. Saw, oh, saw to me. You figure it out. You shouldn't have an affair. Your wife seems like a very nice lady. Her name is Susan. Does anybody know how the bed comes off this stupid thing? This channel just got dark. Oh, the more you get to know me. What on earth? Okay, so instead of giving away a truck, I'm just going to give you a rock. I'm going to take a rock out of the backyard and mail it to you. And I'm going to call it good. Use a Dremel. Oh, that comes off. Look at that. It's cute. Something holding it up. A genuine Smiggins Folly rock. Just like that. What? Are they glued? Happy and Albert could sign the rock. Need to pry. Square body or no car. So it was like just tabs. It's fighting me the whole way. Set it aside. I don't mean to pry, but go on. Which build is that, Wes? I sure wish I knew where a lot of my early builds went. Probably at the bottom of a swamp. Okay, so let's get a visual. Yay. Maybe like a 10.5-inch wheelbase. 1/2-inch ground clearance. Why did Instagram flag your post about Smiggins Folly? Ryan asks. I made a post the other day about my YouTube, which thank you for watching and subscribing, about how I've been doing it for so long and how I haven't had much success. But I guess I should phrase that differently. It's successful in a way because I have a nice collection of videos and trucks and whatever, and it's a nice little scrapbook. But someone said I needed more clickbait titles. So we were joking and whatever, and I said, in all caps, I said, I cut down all the trees at Smeagol's Folly, and when I cut all the trees down at Smeagol's Folly and then I burned them, you won't believe what happens next. Instagram deleted it like right away and said it violated their terms because it was like threatening or something. So then I posted the screenshot of that on my story and said they're my trees, I can do what I want. They deleted that as well. So, yep, I'm a bad boy. Okay, take this interior out and then we'll move on to another disaster. I don't really want to do the cutting and stuff for y'all tonight because I want to do like a more legitimate video. As one lovely commenter said, quit being such a weird mute. Because he didn't like my lack of talking in videos. And I said, welcome to my YouTube channel. I can do what I want. This is Smeagol's Folly, and we're born free. Not tree arson. I would never arsonate a tree. Well, actually, a tree did die in Smeagol's Folly. It was a little small one. I don't think it was in the right zone. It was like some little fairy garden tree I happened upon. And it died. And I was being cute one day, and I took my torch and I burned it for entertainment. And it's still there. It's just behind Pappy's camper on that hill going up. But it's a little burned tree. Wow. Now, should I make it a crew cab or a bonus cab? That's what they called it, right? When it was just the 4 doors with no seat. Bonus cab. Because if you don't know, I hate interiors. I hate engine bays. I hate lights. I hate doing them. I don't hate them. Other people can do it. I just like taking the time. For those of you just tuning in, I am taking apart 2 FMS K10 trucks, and I will eventually, over many months, years even, put it back together as a crew cab and give it away to one lucky Instagram follower of mine. Yeah, you should try doing more muteness on the Scale Builders Guild. You know, that darn ugly face of yours. That's got to be the best insult ever. More trucks, less of your ugly face. Thanks, Bizwhack. The Forerunner I built back in the day. Yeah. Was it like that dark gray silver one? The first one I ever did? That would have been back in like 2009, That was like my first modified body from a Hilux. Those were the days. Bruce Smigstein, born in the Smiggin's Folly. Yeah, Bruce Springsteen, he stole it. Stole it from Bruce Smigstein. Born to Qual was the name of the album. And there are no FJ40s in Smiggin's Folly. Are you referring to that Jeep Dispatch that Wes built? That is also not for sale. That's a keeper forever. That's yard art. Well, my thing with lights is I never drive in the dark because that's when I'll crash into a tree and lose my mirror as usual, but at least I can see it in the daylight. Plus, it's bedtime when it's dark outside. Yeah, I should probably mention that I have a YouTube more often. But, I'm not the one to self-promote or spam. I kind of like to stay. I feel I don't want to annoy people. Or maybe it's just because I'm so irritable that when other people spam it like that, I get annoyed. Maybe people don't mind. Maybe Pappy Smiggin's wearing off on me, little curmudgeon. Yeah, so this giveaway, it's to celebrate 15,000 followers. I thought that was a good milestone. So I'll give, you want to follow my Instagram. I still don't know the details on how I'm going to pick the winner. It won't be until it's done, but I'll keep posting progress of it, and I'll give it away on there. Random. You don't have to do anything. Just follow. Don't have to share or tag a friend or anything because I don't have anything to give to your friend. Maybe the friend can get the leftovers and an inspirational note. What happened to my jerk van? Still have it. Oh, that Forerunner was in my first video, yeah. That was some time ago. I think I recorded that on mini DV tape from back in the day that we used to film our BMX videos on. It was like the only camera I had at the time. I still have it somewhere. I might still have the raw footage. That'd be funny to re-edit if I could find some way to do that. Sorry, I'm scrolling through here. Hey, old guy, I need to build an interior, do a live stream building an interior. Yeah, here it is. That's it. There it is. Done. Okay, so I'd like to comment on how much more accurate these bodies are than the RC four-wheel drive K5 Blazer. It's like when they designed this, they actually looked at a Chevy truck. So weird. Although the fuel door, right? That's the wrong one for the year. It should have the screw off cap. Still pretty good. Mirrors are better looking. All right, let's move on to the next one. Bumpers. Oh, I've been quite under the weather lately. I don't know if it's allergies or a sinus infection. Here's a Moggle. Another FMS Rock Hobby. I think it's the same company. Mog. I think the snorkel would be on the other side. At least in pictures I saw. But it had a little bad. I took it off. I put some stiffer springs on, these little friction guys, because I built a wooden camper. Something I saw online. Kind of made a copy of it. But it should be fun. Fun to drive. So I drew up this little stovepipe, printed it. I lost track of comments. 12 years ago. Wow, you subscribed since 2013. Awesome. Are you like, I can read, I just can't. Are you liking doing live streams? Will this be a regular thing? Yeah, maybe once every other week or so. It really stresses me out. I'm not a very social person, but I'm getting the hang of it. I prefer to be quiet. But if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. And I think next week, am I going to be on the Two Nerds Wednesday night dork show? Was that next week? Why don't my cats harass me during live streams? They don't really like to come visit. Well, Charlie was on the bench before when I was getting ready, and he was laying there. But my cats are kind of like me. They just like to be alone. What did you load with rocks? Your name here. Which axle clicks? The BRX02 is tempting. Yeah, that's a handsome looking kit, and I'd like to get one of those. So I printed these little angles because I'm too cheap to use styrene angle because I feel like that would be more expensive. So I just drew this little angle and printed it. In the end, I probably spent way too much time sanding and stuff, but it does the trick. Possibly another reason why my builds take longer. My cheapness. 2 weeks. Oh, I think I'll be on vacation then, so I can stay up past 9:30. Two Dorks Live, and then sometimes Special Dorks, or Nerds. Two Dorks with their special guest, Nerd, live, in concert. Yeah, I know I'm better than them. What platform is that going on? This? This wooden thing? This guy? Rock Hobby Mogrich? Mogreich? I don't even know what they called it, but it's not licensed. It's a Unimog. Styrene angle is expensive. Styrene shapes are expensive. Everything's expensive. Question for you guys, what is the most shocking price you've seen lately at the store? Cat litters got very expensive. Yeah, lumber. I'm doing a little renovation in the basement, and I was looking at, you know, like trim baseboards and stuff. I saw a piece of crown molding, just like regular junk pine primed, like 10-footer. It was like $54 for a piece of just regular junk. I couldn't believe it. Weed killer. Yeah, you gotta get you know, the concentrate. Mix it yourself. Buying the pre-mixed in the gallon's way too expensive. At an event, what is more uncomfortable? Meeting people who know who you are, or people who don't? Meeting people in general is very uncomfortable for me. Luckily, usually I'm with Matt, so they know him, and then they talk to him, and I'm just his assistant, and they don't bother with me. I mean, I'm nice, but I can be awkward. Which is why I chose the profession that I'm in. I thought I would have to not deal with people, but I have to deal with the worst kind of people on a daily basis. Diesel in Connecticut, 640 gallon. Diesel it just went over, it's over 5 here. Gas is close to 5. I haven't put any diesel in the Cuckbee in a while. It's just been sitting. How about the guys that saw on YouTube? How to respond to that? Usually they don't, because like I said, I don't have many subscribers, so not too many people have seen me on YouTube. Plus, I don't think I've ever showed my face more than once on my channel. So unless they know these hands, Trying to figure out how we do this. I'm gonna get a saw out soon. That's what you guys were waiting for. You don't want to catch these hands, no sir. They'll cut your RC in half. I remember many years ago on a forum, I think it was Scale 4x4 RC, and somebody was building a truck, and they were using a little razor saw. And I remember the comment was like, "Oh my God, you gotta be more careful with that saw. Those are so dangerous. I can't believe you're using one like this thing? Like one of these?" They're like trying to be like super, like, what? How else are you gonna cut something? Why are people always worried about other people's safety and welfare? I don't know. Sometimes I just hold on to stuff, in case you're wondering. Squeeze on. This is not. This is a Zona. This one. That's a Zona. Made in USA. Yeah, Wes, your channel's growing a lot quicker than mine, but then your builds and videos are better than mine, so you'll be up there in no time. Glue my fingers. I think that gives it a much better finished look. How often do you need to replace the blades? Probably more often than I do. Like, I go with like a couple years because I'm cheap. Just, you know, when they're not cutting, you replace them. They're cheap. These, I don't know, $10. This one doesn't have a replaceable blade. You just gotta buy the whole saw. But they're probably more expensive than they used to be. I heard SPG takes in over $38 a month. Can you believe that? But if you were to quit your job, Matt, it would be to be a video game race car driver, would it not? I need more glue. I need a glue sponsor. clogging up. Fine or rough tooth saw, both would be ideal. Yeah, definitely on finer stuff, like the little piece I'm cutting now, a finer tooth. It's probably at least 18 teeth per inch, maybe more. And then like a rougher one if you're cutting like a whole body or something, so you can just really hog at it. But just make sure you get a nice thin kerf. You don't really want something wide, since we're working in a finer scale. Oh, what a mess. That you don't want to lose too much material to sawdust. Are Canadian nickels made out of plastic? Pictures of pets. Yeah, I should post more Kitty and Charlie. Where'd you find that cheap bottle of CA? I see like some carpenters and stuff on the World Wide Web using it for trim and stuff. They're getting away from wood glue and going to CA, and they had like huge bottles. I'd like to find where they get that stuff. What makes Uncle Albert creepy? Have you seen him? I mean, look at this guy. Kerf equals width of cut. Yes, but it's spelled K-E-R-F. Guy on a moose. Yeah. The drone shots use my little phone gimbal, 3X's gimbal, put my phone in it and just kind of smooth it around and usually slow the footage down. Pretty much all the footage is at least, you know, slowed down 50% or so, just to be smoother. And that's a little tip I'm sure other people have mentioned for your RC junk. Just like slow it down at least halfway, so it's not so herky-jerky. This is fun. I tell you what, we had some rain yesterday at the Smiggins Folly. Just needed a little. Probably got an inch or two in like a couple minutes. Had a little bit of a landslide in the new spot. It's always, if you're building your own truck world, and you live in a climate that it rains a lot, you want to think about how the water will drain and all that erosion. I see a lot of people sometimes, not a lot of people, but I've seen places where they kind of like have, it's real deep, like it's kind of in a hole, and I'm thinking that's got to fill with water most of the time of the year. That's why I build mine up kind of on a mountain, so it's, at least on the mountain part, it's not ever wet, so I can drive anytime. I wouldn't say Albert's a curmudgeon. It's Pappy, his dad. He's a bit of a grump. And we just ordered Albert a girlfriend. For soon to be Mrs. Turks and Jerps. She's building a truck. She wanted a lady to drive it. So we got her two, one that we're going to cut the legs off, and then one for playing dolls with Albert. She should be here tomorrow. I ordered them from ClassicTVToys.com. They specialize in like 8-inch figures. So, you know, most of our builds are like 9th scale. 8-inch figure is just about right. 7-inch figures are too small, unless you want a really short guy that looks like a child. Scale lake, yeah, but standing water, mosquitoes, geese invasions. The Canada goose. The plague. See you later. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're winding down here. I've got a lady in one of my trucks, and all she does is sit on her phone and looking for more trucks and builds to build and drinks a coffee. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. Marry her. Or bury her. If I put a knife in my finger, someone gets a prize. Don't mess with geese. Yeah. As a youngster, I worked at a driving range, golf course, whatever, you know. And there were a lot of geese in the field. And when we'd go to collect the balls, they thought the balls were their eggs. And the geese would chase us and attack us. That was my first job. They taught me to fear geese for $5 an hour. And it also made me hate the sport of golf. Kitty's here. Where, Kitty? Where, Kitty? She's just staring at me. She knows something's up. So that's cool. I'll finish that some other time. Just show you guys one more thing and then I'm gonna probably turn it off. Cleanup time. Golf is a good way to just, I don't know, I think it's more of a social thing, huh? Once again, not one of my favorite things to do, socialize, but I guess go out with the fellas, hit some golf balls, take forever. Probably a lot of patience that I don't have. This is the truck we're building. I'll show you that real quick for the fiance, which the little doll lady's gonna go in. Kind of feels weird holding a 9th scale truck after messing with those little ones. So she had a 1.9 Wraith, which she drove like a maniac, full throttle everywhere, crashing into stuff. And she broke the front axle, so we replaced that. And then she broke the tie rod, and we fixed that. But anyways, she wanted a better looking truck. Graduated to a hard body, so took the Wraith gear off, put on a VS 410. Got some Shrink RC body mounts and rear leaf springs. RC 4-wheel drive. They were for the SCX-10. I don't even think they make them. I think they made them and they were a failure, and then they stopped making them because, like, I remember they were weird. The springs were short, so they were really stiff. But yeah, I don't know if they made them or not. Well, they made them. I don't think they kept them in production. But anyways, it's cool to build like a nice little simple truck like back in the old days. And she's gonna paint it herself. Will she come with the truck? Yeah. Oh, and then I kept the front, the links to be the plastic from the Wraith, because if she does run into something, maybe it'd be a little shock absorption. Instead of breaking, like, I don't know, another C-hub again or something. Yeah, well, not necessarily she wants to bash. It's just She just likes to watch the truck go fast and flip around and act crazy. So it's a little stressful when we're in Smiggin's Folly, but that's love. Look at that flex. It's hard to tell. Look at that. Oh, these wheels and tires. I almost quit the hobby trying to mount these tires to these wheels. What a ridiculous nightmare. It's like they designed them to not work with each other on purpose, but same manufacturer. And they're not fully seated anyway, but they're probably gonna wobble. Yeah, like what a disaster. Yeah, the Smiggin's field through the grass, rolling around. And we kept the ready to run electronics because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm a firm believer in reusing kit or ready to run electronics. Most of my vehicles have stock junk in them. I got nothing to prove. So that's cool. Well, I don't think I have anything else to show you. Or anything else to take apart. So I guess I'm going to end it here. So thanks everybody for watching and tuning in and bearing with me from me goofing up the earlier stream, the original one. And yeah. So thanks a lot. See you next time.